Life is meant to be lived. And on this show, I'm gonna tell you crazy stories of my life. I'm your boy Mush King. You already know I got a story to tell. Hey, what it is, boys and girls, it's your boy Mush King. You are now tuned into an all new episode of A Story to Tell right here on the CWF Network, where we bring you the big content in the small pieces. I am your host, Mush King. What is good? Thank you for coming back to a show that I like to tell my crazy stories of my life, the crazy stories of the internet, and just all around goodness, because I see things with these two big old eyes that I have, and sometimes I just can't help but see stuff. So this is that show where I like to do that. And y'all, I was just sitting here trying to write down some notes about what I'm going to talk to, and I just cannot do it. Like, I've been doing this show so long. Hold on, let me turn my iPad down. That's wild. I've been doing this show for so long without no notes that it's just like most times when it comes to like me having to do this show, I can just kind of do it off the top of my head. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. But how the hell are you? Thank you for tuning in. Like, you could be anywhere in the world on the internet, but you decided to click on this little link and listen to me. So if you're here on the YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, because we are building it. We just passed 200 subscribers. Whoop whoop. And it's growing. And also follow me on TikTok, mushking __, or you can follow the network _CWF Network on TikTok, because the TikTok is growing as well. And for all you out there that don't know what the CWF Network is, like, I started a black podcast network back in 2016 because I thought that I can bring some creatives around and we can all join together and become one on the network and stuff. And ever since then, I produced over 20 shows, like, with ranging topics of solo hosted shows. We did have one show that we had two people on, that was Conversations with Friends, and that's the what the network stands for, Conversation with Friends. So that was our original flagship show. Me and Ali D did that show for about 5 years, and then the pandemic came, and then that kind of put things like on pause, and then we haven't really got back into the swing of things. But new episodes might be coming soon, so stay tuned if that is something that you're interested in. But how was your July 4th, man? Like, did you survive with all your fingers? Like, because every year y'all just like to get your fingers blown off and stuff like that. But my July 4th was great. Did I do anything special? Yes, I do want to tell y'all one thing. Now, shout out to my girl Tish. She's actually, my homegirl's in town because she on tour for The Wizard of Oz on Broadway, or The Wiz. The Wizard of Oz. So she's here in Atlanta, and so we actually went out the other day to a restaurant, and they actually had karaoke there. Now, the one thing I want to say is, like, some of y'all creatives, like, I get it, like, you do any type of creative job, but sometimes you got to know, like, when you're not the right fit for a job. So, like, the dude who's hosting the karaoke, he was cool, like, or whatever, but because there wasn't that many people in there wasn't that much interactions. Like, a lot of people weren't signing up to do karaoke. So, like, in the meantime, he would, like, be singing his songs or getting people to rap with no music. It was just wild, like, shoving the mic in your face. And I was just sitting there like, bro, like, can you leave us alone? I ain't trying to eat my little salmon bowls. Like, and you over here interrupting shit. So that was that. And then we actually went to a cookout, her uncle's cookout and stuff like that. And then, it's so funny, y'all, because I haven't been the guy to go with my homegirl to a event in a long time, like a family event. And I remember I used to do that shit all the time. And then, like, they would always be like, oh, are y'all dating and stuff like that. So, like, that's exactly what they say to me, and I'm over here sitting in these little ass shorts because I didn't know we were going there. So, like, I'm sitting here with these little ass shorts on, and they're all like, "Oh, hey, so how do you know Tish?" And it's just like, dang, like, get out my business, bro. So it was actually fun to be around that. But her family that was down here, a lot of them were from Brooklyn, so it felt like real good Brooklyn energy up in there. But let me know in the comments what y'all did for the 4th, and if you if you had a good time. So now let's get into a couple things. Now, recently, like, if you don't live under a rock, you saw that Miss Keke Palmer was in a video with Usher, and he was serenading her at his concert or whatever, and then she was dressed how I say every week all the other girls are dressed in these little illusion figurine, like, figure skater dresses. And so she had something of that kind, like a little illusion mesh, but, with the cutouts and all of that, showing off assets. Like, you just got your body back, you just had a baby, like, okay, why not? But there was a lot of backlash because her baby dad had got online and like retweeted the video and like, it's the outfit for me or something like that, like, you're a mom, no. And like, there's just been a lot of back and forth conversation about like whether she should have did this and whether she shouldn't did this, and like if it's right for a woman to be out there. Like, women need to be serving their man, and women need to be protect their bodies, and it was just been a whole bunch of different conversations. And my thing is just like, yo, let her rock. Like, I do think that it was hella corny for homeboy to get online and express that to him, but you know, we honestly don't know if he's expressed something like that to her before, because y'all, let me tell you something. I had guy friends who used to try to tell their girlfriends to like, you know, dress a little more conservative and whatnot, and that didn't work. Like, you can't get like the popping girl and all that and then try to change her. Like, and that's how I feel about people who get into relationships just to change people. It's just like, why are you doing that? Like, clearly you are attracted to me because this is the way that I, you know, would dress. But then I'm not talking about the Keke Palmer situation, because like I said, I don't really follow celebrity lives too much, but it's always the interesting conversations around things and stuff like that. So I want to know what you guys like think of the Keke, like, what do you think about the Keke Palmer situation? Like, should she have covered up just a little bit, or was it just Usher? She's at a concert and he was singing to her. Like, maybe he's known her forever. I mean, Keke Palmer's been in the industry for dumb long, and you know, she's a child star. Usher started as a child, so they may have some connection, like brotherly sister connection, that y'all may not even know about. Like, and so it's just like, but also it's just like, Keke Palmer ain't never been one to be out here doing the scandalous stuff. Like, you don't really hear too many stories. Last time you heard a story is when she told that story about being in that closet with Trey Songz. But other than that, like, you don't really hear too much from her. So it's just like the one time she go out and have a little dress on, like everybody else walking around here with crotchless dresses on and stuff like that, like with these, you know, Fashion Nova shits. And it's just like, come on, like, y'all really gonna sit up here and rock up, you know, go up for Keke or not go up for Keke? Like, what I just need to know what side are you on. Like, let me know what side you on that. What else do I gotta catch y'all up on? Man, I feel like it's been forever since I boom, that's what I wanted to talk about. So you guys know that they did the whole thing on Twitter where they're like, you know, Elon is allowing only 600 tweets a day or some crazy cap on the internet. And so, you know, now they're starting all these different apps, like Instagram Thread, you know, just made its way, like a Twitter app via Instagram. And it's just like, so I signed up for it, you know, just not knowing, just to see what it is, because I like to keep myself in the know of everything, like current and whatnot. But it's just like, I end up deleting it after I saw that if you delete your Threads profile, you have to delete your Instagram profile. And I was just like, oh, see, this is how they get you. This is how they get you with dumb shit like that. So I think I did maybe like 2 or 3 threads, and then I just kind of disabled my account, because I was just like, bro, like, you know, I don't really got time to be learning mad new apps, because I already downloaded Spill. So if you're not on Spill, go over there and check me out, mushking__ I believe. And go ahead and follow me on there, because I feel like that's a good little platform. It's like a mix between Twitter and Tumblr. So, you know, it's in its early stages. So you never know. You might be able to get out there and really be able to, you know, do what you need to do in those communication streets. But what app is your favorite, like, app to use? Like, is it Twitter? Is it Instagram? Is it, you know... Ooh, I can't even. What's the other ones? Spill, I guess, is one. Threads is now one. Snapchat. Do y'all still use that? Like, are y'all 15? But let me know what your favorite app is. Like, you know, or if it's an app that I don't know about. Is it a dating app? It might be the dating app. You know, some of y'all a little dotty out there. It's summertime. You know, it's summertime, so y'all might have not had, you know, the interactions on Instagram. You might want to wait till you get on Plenty of Fish or whatever them other apps y'all be using. But let me know what your favorite app is. I'm really just like shooting the bullshit, y'all. Like, I honestly am shooting the bullshit. So we're gonna get back into it and get on over to the Purple Little Bag, and let's discuss some music.
Oh my gosh, the music just turns me on.
All right, we are here in the Purple Little Bag, where I like to discuss music. And for all my new folks out there, like, the Purple Little Bag is just a little section where I discuss music and music news and things like that. And, you know, the reference to the Purple Little Bag was a tape. It was like a lunch bag that my parents used to carry their cassette tapes in whenever we went to the park or we went to family members' houses. Like, This is right before CDs dropped, when tapes were popular and stuff like that. So they had like a little bag that they had all their tapes in, and that's where you got the music. Like if you wanted a tape, you would just go in the purple little bag. It's gonna be in there. So this is that section where I like to talk about that. So like, I want to talk about like, what is your motivation song? Do you have one? Do you have like a song that like puts you in a great space? Like anytime you can hear it, like that song, you just want to drown yourself out to the world and listen to it. Like what type of song is it? Is it, because what I'm realizing is that like some people just have different types of motivation. Like everything is not just gonna be like, for example, like there's a lot of like those artists who do like mantra music. Like I think Robin Teeb, I think their name is, and they do that whole money comes to me easily, money comes to me gratefully. And it's just like, yes, I want to believe that works, but that kind of don't motivate me. And I know that it's just, you're supposed to just repeat it every day until it becomes real and stuff like that. But I am more of a thing like you write it down, it's real type of guy. Like the whole manifesting and, the mantras every morning or hanging the mantras on your mirror and stuff like that. Like, I guess that's a thing, but that's just not how I like to receive my my blessings, if you will. But I want to know like what type is your motivation song. And then the reason I'm asking that today, because I'm back in the gym. New pictures will be coming soon, y'all. Just wait. Just give me like 2 more months, and then I'm gonna be Mr. Thirst Trapper again. It's been some time. I haven't blessed you guys with no goodness lately, and so like I gotta get back in the game and show these young motherfuckers how I'm doing. So yeah, now that I'm back in the gym, like my playlist be all over the place. But what I'm realizing is that like a lot of those songs, I'm talking about the Mush King Life and Times playlist. If you're not familiar, if you're not, get to the know and click on the link that's in the description somewhere below. Like it'll be there. But yeah, that's just like. And a lot of those songs on that list were motivational songs to me at the time. Like, not all of them, but like there are like secret songs. Like you probably wouldn't know if you just listen to it. You just think it's just a list of random songs. But literally, like that has been like an audio journey of like different stages in my life. Whether it was the New York life the first time, or whether it was part of my DC life in the years that I lived there, and then moving back to New York after living in DC, and then moving to North Carolina, and then now being in Atlanta. Like there are songs that I remember on my car ride across America. Like, there are certain songs that I remember being the songs that were on repeat, listening to satellite radio while driving across the country 4 times. So it's just like a lot of those like songs I hear in there, and I'll be sitting there and it will just literally boost me up to be like, okay, bro, like you've been places, you've done things, you've experienced things, and like, life ain't always gonna be terrible. And that's kind of how like I just have to keep thinking. And it's just like this year has been really rough on your boy, and like normally music would be a way to like really get back into my bag, but it had gotten so bad like I didn't even want to listen to music. Like I just needed silence to kind of think about what the next steps of life would be. Like, when it gets so bad that even the music is a distraction, that's when like, okay, that's when you got to dig into your motivation bag and be like, what is my purpose here? But yeah, today when I was just rocking out to my playlist in the gym, it's just like I just heard certain songs. It's just like Good Drinks by fucking 2 Chainz. I think Quavo and Gucci Mane is on it. Like that's my shit. Like used to treat my mattress like an ATM. I can't wait till I can say that. Like I can't wait till I can say that. And it's just like, I think I spoke on it last week. It's just like, yo, sometimes you really sit here and be like, what is my purpose? Like, what is my purpose on being here? And one thing about me is I always known who I am. Like, that's one thing I can never say that I didn't know. Even when people question my character, even when people try to like throw dirt on my name, like I always know where I stand. I know what is reality and what is not. Like, and that's the one thing. But I've also been building my, strength up and fucking my barrier up, because I knew that I always wanted to be in a position of a creative space, and my face may be forward in whatever I'm doing. But it's just like nowadays, like, people try to really knock you off your pedestal. And I just really noticed that, like, when I be looking at the Shade Room comments and stuff like that, it's just like, bro, whenever I get to that level of notoriety where people are now coming under my comments and just saying the most random things, bro, like, there's not gonna be no comments on my shit. You're not gonna be able to comment on nothing I do. I'm just gonna turn the comments off, because it's just like, why should I sit up here and be like, I have to respond to the negative. Like, you know, I do want to see the positive stuff, but it's just like the negative stuff. Like, I don't really care about that. Like, because people are going to constantly talk shit about you. They're going to constantly talk shit about you. And it's just like, what you going to do? What you going to do? Cry about it all day? Cry about it to your favorite song? Yeah, let me know what y'all motivational songs are, and let me know what you're listening to. Before I get out of here, let me just dabble and see what the new songs of this week are, because like I said, music just be coming out and you don't even be knowing. You don't even know. And you know, Fridays, what do y'all think about Fridays being the day that they release music? Like, I hate that they changed it. I remember Tuesdays used to be the day, and it was like Tuesday kind of gave you a little bit of time to preview the music before the weekend. Like, and now with Friday releases, it's just like it come out live on Friday, and let's say 4 projects come out on Friday, and it's just like, damn, like now I'm not gonna be able to get no time to listen to this because I'm trying to listen to everything, and like I'm automatically gonna add what my ear goes to first on the playlist. And so it is just let me see who else here. Flo. I've been checking out this R&B weekly playlist on Spotify. I'm not sure if you guys got Spotify. What list? How do you listen to your music? I know a lot of people go to Apple Music and stuff like that, but I've never really been a fan of Apple Music. And I think one of the reasons I haven't is because I started with Spotify. Like, you know, before Apple Music got as developed as it is now, like I always hated adding music to iTunes. And back in the day, like doing all that, these kids will never know. Music is so easy, like carrying around tapes, like, you know, carrying around CDs and stuff like that. So definitely let me know which app you listen to. But upon my looking for new songs and whatnot, like I see there's a new song out with Cardi on it. Like, Cardi is the feature queen, like. But I also see like a new song came out with Nicki on it, so Nicki got a verse out there too. So battle of the verses. Well, we don't want to pit black women against each other. Let me not do that. But yeah, like there's, as I was looking for new music, I just see there's a lot of like new music out, but there's a lot of new artists. So, you know, the gym is my time where I kind of like to sample new music and see what I like to add to my playlist. But let me know right now, what's your jam right now? Like, what's the song of the summer for you? Like, you hear it and you go crazy. You put your drink down, or tell your friend to hold your drink, or go crazy in the middle of the dance floor if you still go out, or dance in your room to yourself. Whatever you do, like, let me know what your jam is. And we're going to get up out of here and get into what you watching right now.
Hey, yo, Mushy, what you watching?
Check it out.
So, in what you watching today, y'all seen Hijack yet? Yeah, that's a new series on, I think it's Apple Plus, with dang, why can't I remember his name? The English guy. Why do I keep wanting to say Boris Cujo? It's not Boris Cujo. The other one who's supposed to play Bond. Y'all know who it is. But Hijack is a show about, I guess, a plane getting hijacked. I mean, how can you ever go wrong with a movie like that? Like, I mean, Snakes on a Plane, all those airplane movies are pretty good. Like, where they take the passengers hostage, because they always put you in a place to be like, what the fuck would I do? But 3 episodes is out right as of now, and like those 3 episodes, that last third one, that ended real good. So I can't wait to see what the fuck happened at the end of that episode, because and they're giving it to you like episodically, which means it comes out every week, so that's a little draining. Listen, I think we've all gotten used to the binge culture. So it's kind of like, bro, like if it ain't enough to binge, like I don't want to sit here and be waiting around. But it also really makes you think, like when it comes out week by week, because some of these, you know, television shows have like 22 episodes, 15 episodes, even 10. That means that's 10 weeks of your life that passes by. So, you know, when we're watching Power Book, and then we watching Raising Kanan, and then the Tommy one comes on, boom, that's already like 2 years of your life right there. 2 years of your life. So let me know if you're watching Hijack. What else have I watched? Like, I heard there's a new American Gladiators documentary on Netflix, so I gotta check that out, because, you know, American Gladiator was that show. If you're of a certain age, then you definitely know American Gladiators, and you've tried to do it on the monkey bars at the park, or, you know, the jousting on top of the monkey bars. We used to do all that crazy rough shit. We used to be doing all that in the park. So I definitely gotta check out that that little documentary. And you know, I'm just ready for, I see Grownish is back. Meh. I mean, I'll catch it if, like, you know, there's nothing else on, but that's not really my shit. Like, I've watched all the Black Mirrors already, so that's done. And yeah, I'm just ready for this writer strike to be over, because it's just like there's so much good TV like that's supposed to be on right now, but they're not gonna put it out because like P-Valley and what else? All the other fall shows that's coming up. Like, y'all think they're gonna come right back when the fall comes, but nah, they still. Hopefully, they get the strike together before the end of the summer's over, because it's just like, bruh, pay these people what they worth and stop playing with them. Like, you can try to go get AI, but AI is not gonna give you that feeling and that that you get from human writing. Like, it's not. It's just not gonna happen. Like, I know that it comes from a collection of what's been on the internet over the years, but it's just like nah. Let the real people write the real stories, and we can keep AI for other shit. But what else is out there, man? Like oh man, wait, I do have one. Did y'all see the ending of The Idol? Now, if you listened to last week, then I was telling you how like they were just roasting that show, and they said it was doing so bad that they canceled it from being like, it was originally 10 episodes, and then they moved it to 6, and then they moved it to 5. Yo, when I tell you episode 5 came on, and they just rushed the hell out that show, and like me and Dara was sitting there watching it just with a puzzled face, because it was like, what the hell just happened, and what did that end? When you gotta Google, let me know if you're one of these people. Do you Google the meaning of an ending of a show when you watch it? Because this is like, some of these shows I be having to Google. Like, I know I did that for that show, The Consultant, that I was telling you about, but like the meaning of it was about like the takeover of AI, and so like that was an interesting concept when you then think back to what you just watched, because it was like, oh shit, like now I can put together 2 and 2 and see what that means and what the ending meant and stuff like that. Like, I know I did it for a couple episodes of Black Mirror just to kind of get like a different type of meaning on what I was watching. So, and also because I went to school for television production, like we had to watch like story arcs and the meanings of things and all of this stuff. So I watch TV a little bit differently than the rest. Like, I could take out all the filler shit and all of that and just be sitting there like, bro, this scene's too long, like this dialogue's too long, like this monologue is terrible, like I be sitting there doing that. So it's like, when it comes to TV, like TV got to be good to really keep my attention, because like I told y'all last week, bro, I will fall asleep in a hot second. And some of these new shows that are out right now, they're literally just not like my nap shows. So I can like kind of watch it in the beginning, and then like I'm still on season 4 like 6 weeks later. I mean episode 4 6 weeks later, like, because I'm not really watching it. It's just like a thing I put on when I know that in fact I'm definitely gonna go to sleep. But drop it in the comments what you're watching. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube and all that good jazz, and let's go ahead and get on into the wrap up. Well, folks, we're here at the end again, and I hope that you had a good time listening to this. Like I said, like I am slowly getting back into the groove. Like, you would think that I haven't been doing this for 8 years, but when you take months off, like you do get a little bit rusty. So I'm trying to get back into my mindset of recording every week and getting ready to record, and not waiting to the last minute to record, and start pushing the show again and bring back other shows and whatnot. So just stick with the CWF Network. Like I said, follow us on all the socials, like CWFP_ on Instagram, _CWF Network on TikTok, YouTube, all that. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna still post on Instagram. Have y'all started y'all Instagram threads account? If you listen, if you heard me earlier, then I said I don't know if I'm really gonna deal with it. But as far as like the network goes, I don't know. Like, it's just too much to manage by myself. And like, one thing that I am manifesting, because I said earlier I don't really manifest things, but I do want a team. I want a team of people who can like bounce ideas off of, tell me this is great, tell me this is not. Be like, oh my God, let's do this. And then I know exactly how to do it. And then it's like, yes, that's perfect. Like, that would be just the most amazing thing ever. I've had such a rough run-in with people, especially, with this network, like within the past 2 to 3 years. Like, it's just like I've tried to do the best that I can as one person. And sometimes I go back and I read the emails of the past of why people left, just so I can kind of get a little bit more knowledge as to what I did on my part that I could have done better. Because the thing is, like, I'm never going to sit there and not think that I cannot do better. But, you know, it's hard to be the producer and then also the recruiter to find talent, and then also the editor, and then also the marketing guy, and then also like, oh, hey, let me check up on these people and see if they're doing good today. Like, it's like I can't do all of those things. One of them is going to have to lapse, and this is like, because I'm doing the editing or producing, all that kind of goes together. So like when it comes to like me just reaching out to say, hey, you know, I try to say, oh my God, thank you so much for helping me build my dream and whatnot as many times as I can. But it's just like, if you look through all of my emails, you would literally see, oh my God, thank you so much for all that you contributed. Thank you so much for all that you contributed. And then it's still like, you know. But this is exactly the conversation that I said I had earlier, where it's just like, I'm just trying to get back to a space where like I'm not being petty in business. Like, it's just like, it is what it is. Like, I see you for who you are, but sure, let's do this project. Like, but you know, at the end of the day, I still want to stay authentic to who I am and what I've done and stuff like that. So that's what's on the horizons for the network. The TikTok's been doing well, like it's growing my polls. So if you're on TikTok, go and take some of the polls. Like, I've been using this poll strategy to kind of build the TikTok. And so, you know, it's growing. And my presence on Instagram just don't feel the same. So that's why I don't really put all my eggs in that basket. So I'm just utilizing YouTube Shorts and TikTok for now. So if you want to come kick it with us, come kick it on the internet with your favorite friends. Well, it's just this one friend for now. Hopefully I can get some new friends. So if you are a creator out there who thought about maybe they'll like to do a podcast, if people tell you you talk a lot, if people tell you you tell great stories and stuff like that, you have certain interests in topics such as music or relationships or, you know, whatever your topic is, like, we can make it fun and make it into a podcast. Like, you don't need a co-host and all of that. Like, just come do it yourself. That way, if it fails, you can only blame yourself. If it succeeds, you can only blame yourself or congratulate yourself. So if you're interested in something like that, just go to CWFnetwork.com, hit us up in the DMs on TikTok or on YouTube, write us a message, info@CWFnetwork.com. Go ahead and slide us a little note or whatever. And then also Creating Hustle, my business show, will be making a return soon. I've just been trying to, like I said, get back the energy to get on camera, to be camera ready and just do some things. But as I've been speaking to a lot of my creative friends, I've been coming in contact with a lot of people from my past who know me from back then and be like, oh my God, Mush, like, it's so great to see you. Like, I think I miss that. I think I really don't get that enough. Like, and that's what I always used to get. Like, people liked my presence in New York. Like, it's just like, I don't understand when it became that my presence was so bothersome. But you know what? At the end of the day, I have to sit here and say, like, you know, I know who I am and I stand tall in that, right or wrong. But at the end of the day, like, I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to do whatever, but I will apologize when I'm wrong, and I will stand in my shit when I know that I'm right, or when I feel right, or I feel justified or something like that. So if you're someone like that, like, let me know. If you're someone who just, you know, has been a creative, who's been doing this a long time, and you just feel like your just due just needs to be given, like, hit me up. Like, I'm a creatives guy. Like, I like creatives who have the will and the drive to do it, because I've been doing this for a long time. Like, what field do you want to talk about? I used to be a writer. I was a stylist at one point and did very well in that. I had a clothing line and did very well with that. And then now I have a network that I did very well with. Like, so it's just like, I've been on this continued path of success, but now my thing is to just, like, really take it to the next level. And I hope that you are here for that. I'm your boy Mush King, and this is a story to tell. So be sure to follow me on the socials, Mush King, wherever you can find me. Just Google it and I'll pop up. And remember, folks, be sure to tell your story, because you never know who's listening. Because guess what? Everybody got a story to tell.
This is the CWF Network, where we bring you big content in small pieces. Follow us on Instagram at CWFP_. Okay, bye.